Hey guys, Ryan here, and today I'm going to bring you a video in the Minotaur KV5 on Redshire. This is going to be a single replay today. I was going to show two replays, both the fates, and kind of just go over, because no matter how good you are, you still lose games. Just go over, what I did wrong in said games and what I could have done better to perhaps help the team. But I'll save that video for tomorrow. Instead, one of my favourite tanks, Minotaur KV5. And in this game, actually, I'm going to be platooned with Athino and Spandex again from the previous video. Spandex in his Sergeant Slaughter and Athino in his 110. And we are top tier. And this is going to be a pretty good game to show that in a 3-man platoon, there's more things you can do. And I don't just mean in terms of what kind of plans you can put into place, but we're all in the party speaking together. And there's going to be a point later in this game where we have to try and think what to do. And obviously the more people you have throwing out ideas, the more chance you have of hearing something that you didn't think of yourself. So another benefit of playing platoons is the fact that, there's more ideas being thrown out there, so there's more potential to win games. That's the nice thing about platoons and why, well, to be fair, I say why we do them. Any game I play on my PlayStation, I like to play with other people in the party just because I like to talk shit, if I'm honest. But in World of Tanks, you get the added benefit of increasing your chances of winning. Try a little YOLO shot across the map, because you never know. And I normally never go 9-0 line. I normally always go to the kind of center of the map on the hills. But I don't have gun depression, I'm in a big heavy tank, and most importantly, there's no artillery. And with there being no artillery, I feel safe coming 9-0 line, because I'm not just going to get absolutely shit on by enemy arty. Now, there are light tanks running about, and right now it's just a 1375, but there is a Vanguard this game, which is not great because this thing isn't the most accurate, nor is Atheno's 110, nor is Spandex's Sergeant Slaughter, and we're all in heavy tanks, so we've got terrible camo. So, if we have to deal with that Vanguard, it's not going to be fun, so hopefully our lights can deal with him. Now what I want to do is there's a rock up here that I'm hoping to kind of side scrape round, just here to the left. Now Oho gets spotted. I miss. I love Princess No Home. I play so many KV5 games, I'm used to the Garnet KV5, so I loaded APCR, but this Minotaur KV5 has the KV4 gun, meaning that I don't actually need APCR here. But it's easy to forget when you play so many Garnet games. And also both of them have AP and APCR. The SCG crosses into me, but thankfully I'm in a KV5 so I don't move that much. And this Oho is basically shit out of luck. I'm not going to leave him because I know our team have him covered. And now, hardly any enemies are over here. They've gone the kind of other side of the map, and they've won the center. As you can see, lots of shots coming in from the center hills there. You get spotted, aiming into the black print. Nice clean shot. That actually went exactly where I aimed it, actually, which with 0.4 accuracy is pretty good at this distance. Sweetest TD, I just hit him anywhere, I'll overmatch him. I also damage his gun. And now I'm pretty much just trying to snipe people while they're spotted. I don't recommend doing this all the time in a KV5. Hit the blind shot, and now I've noticed on the map there's not many people from our team at the other side of the map, and our base is relatively exposed. So after taking a couple blind shots here and there, I'm going to drop into the river and start driving back to base. And I've told Spandex and Athena that I'm going back to base. Again, another little YOLO Russia shot, because if there's any tank you're going to try those in, it's Russian heavies. So I always like to give them a game. Although I will point out that I have noticed that the Garnet KV5, for whatever reason, feels a lot more accurate on the move than this one does, despite the fact that the Minotaur has more base accuracy. Might be down to dispersion values. Keeping an eye to my flank, I do get shot from under the bridge, and there's a Tiger 2 and a Panther 2, both with good penetration and really good accuracy, so this is going to be a bit of an issue. But if there's any tank to do what I'm about to do, which is just sit in front of enemies and move backward and forward, it's a KV5. Now, you're actually going to see, I have a standard round loaded, and I shoot the Panther 2 turret. And then I bounce. I'm thinking, alright, this is a bit of shit RNG, I'll try again. I bounce again. The Panther 2 turret is not well armoured, but I'm having to load APCR for it. Well, I'll say that's because I can stay on the move. I fire at the Panther 2, miss, but hit the Tiger 2. And you saw I got tracked there, and that's going to be important, because what we're going to see is, when I stay in the move, I can actually bounce a fair bit of damage. Now obviously, accurate vehicles will hit you, but when I get tracked, I actually start getting damaged, because when I'm tracked, I can't move backwards and forwards, and that means it's easy for the enemies to hit my weak points, so... That's usually what you tend to see in KV5. If you move backwards and forwards, you tend to be pretty good, but as soon as you get tracked, people just start penning you because of all your weak points. Getting shot from the right by someone. I want to deal with the Panther 2 before I turn around. Thankfully the team have really helped me out here. And now I want to go deal with the VKP behind me. But yeah, what I just did there, just sat in the middle of the open, just moving backwards and forwards. There's not many tanks you can get away with that. KV5's VK101P maybe. And potentially an OHO. I'm not too sure, people might have been able to go through that a bit easier. And I'm still trying to angle myself for whoever's shooting me from towards our base. The only good news is, they've not tried capping yet, which is excellent. Terrain resistance down here isn't great, so my tank is even slower to turn than it usually is. Tiger 1. I try a not fully aimed shot and hit his gun. Point my turret towards the Pershing or whatever that medium was, and now what's this? He's going to disappear, but you'll see my shell bounce. Fired a shot, went right into his gun mantle and bounced off, so again, not going great. Tiger 1 in front of me, and if you look at the map to the left, you'll see that we have a heavy near our base. What a shot that was on the Vanguard, by the way. I was very happy with that shot. And also, I'm not familiar with quite who, but Spandex or Athino are going back towards base as well. Now we can see the shots coming in there, from in front of me somewhere, and now I'm just going to drive forward. Because when you're in a tank like this, what you can do is, you don't have the best view range, and you probably have shite camo, but you can just drive towards the enemy, and when they shoot at you, they lose their camo value, so you just stay on the move, angle, and just try and move a bit left and right so they're not aiming at your weak point. And as you can see, bouncing loads of damage. But, we have a light tank left, and they've still got their Vanguard. Now, our light tank is trying to have a brawl with the enemy heavies and TDs at the other side of the map, and now he's dead. This is bad, because now we have one medium tank and then all heavies, and obviously the light tank's going to easily be able to outspot all of us. Now, I'm pretty sure it's the Vanguard who's shooting at me. Now I need to push up to, well, I don't really need to help with the Tiger 1, I'm sure Athino can handle it, but as I said, I'm pretty sure the Vanguard is somewhere over here as well, although he could have moved by now. And really, this is one of the last maps in the game. You want to be left alone in heavy tanks against the Vanguard. The only good news is they don't have artillery, because that would just be the worst. I've been targeted again. You see, I'm turning around to look for the Vanguard. I'm going to try and reverse angle. And I'm looking at where the shots are coming from. I'm going to try a blind shot. I don't quite manage it, but that was his third shot he hit me with at the end, so no doubt as soon as he fired it, he started moving. Now we know the Liberté and the Charioteer at the other side of the map are Spandex. And what we're going to do is, we're going to drive towards the hills, and me and Athino are basically together, and we want to regroup with Spandex. Now, the Charioteer has to be very wary of. 270 penetration if he's fully upgraded, well 268, and very nice accuracy. The Liberté can also one-shot me because I think he has 300 alpha, if he just rolls average, with okay accuracy I believe. So I need to be wary of him. Now, Liberté spotted in the centre, and Spandex is currently working his way around to us. Because we need to stick together now because we're all in heavy tanks, and because of that Vanguard, if we stick together we've got a better chance of fighting him. Now, I have fairly good armour for Vanguard if he sneaks around to the right or left. And basically all we can do to try and find where he is use Sixth Sense. So, drive somewhere, if Sixth Sense goes off, we can assume, well, the Vanguard has to be in this location, because it's the only place he could possibly spot me from. Now, coming up to the hill, I do see the ass of the Libertine get one shot, which is very good, because now he's a one-shot for all of us. And now, this is where in the party we're currently discussing plans. And we're currently going off the thing of that. I'm looking at the map right now because I'm pointing out that I think that the Charioteer and the light tank might have fallen back to the A1, A2 line on that little hill right at the back where people like to camp. And because of that, I'm thinking about the potential of going around to my right here, and going down below the hill where their camping hill can't see me, and just working my way around. And we're just having a bit of a democratic vote, as it were, all throwing out our ideas. And right now, I need to be the most careful, just in case Charioteer is using the ridge line, because I think Charioteer has decent gun depression. Could be completely wrong. In fact, I think I am wrong. I think it only has 5. But as you can see, he actually was on the hill, so I was very scared of getting spotted by him, because obviously my cam was the worst of all 3 of us. Now, we're all next to each other. Atheno's pushing forward a little bit. Spandex is there on a decent chunk of hit points. And I think Athena has enough to knock out one shot. So we're pushing forward, all 3 of us together, and now I'm actually going to do is follow Spandex over. Again, keep an eye out on 6th Sense, which has gone off, so I'm going to back up. And see, I'm looking instantly to the right, just in case the Vanguard's there. Enemy spotted on the map, and what you're going to notice is the Liberté has fallen back, which makes sense, he's a one-shot, so he's actually done the right thing here. Because our thought is that they're definitely going to try and just sit back and spot for the TD. And on the map we can see that they have indeed fallen back to the A1, 2, 3 line that I was expecting them to. Atheno's picked up the Vanguard, which is amazing. That was the main worry of all of us. I know the Vanguard has the shittest gun, but we need to get rid of him. Now, I know where they both are. I'm going to try and pop up and get shot, but I don't have the gun depression, and I don't really want to risk aiming in at the Charioteer, because he's got better aim time than me, and will probably be able to snap a shot in much easier than I could into him. The Liberté's over there. Atheno's going in. I'm going to wait until 6th Sense is about to disappear. And again, in my big, slow, lumbering heavy tank, I'm now going to do what I did earlier, or said earlier, and go round. And this way we can just box them in. Because if the Charioteer is going to try and make a break to this side of the map and try and work all the way down to the 0 line, we can put a stop to it. I've not spotted anyone yet. I'm being quite careful. The Liberté's pushing Spandex. Atheno finishes off the Liberté, and Spandex actually picks up the Charioteer. So I actually want 2 needed at the end there. But either way, this was a pretty good game for all 3 of us. I think we did well in the situation that we were in, which is 3 heavy tanks on a big open map, and the enemies have a light tank left. 300,000 credits profit, because Silver Booster in the Minotaur. 3,800 damage, 739 assistance, 1 kill for the first class, and 5,700 blocked. So the KV5 armor can work if you know what you're doing. And basically all that is angle your tank and stay moving. It does have big weak points, but you'd be surprised how hard they are to hit when you move backwards and forwards. So for any of you who have a KV5, just keep moving. First, second, third for all 3 of us on damage and XP and kills. 9 kills between us. And for me at least, for just earning silver, and for gun marks, really good game. And the Liberté and the enemy team also had a really good game. Sucks from the lose, but that would have done well for his gun marks if he needed them. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.